Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey,
It's Monday.
Kathy is watching
Wow,
on
that was
Monday.
fast.
So Kathy,
You're
I
number
think you
one,
were here
Kathy.
before we were here. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to Memory Bound Paper Craft Store in Ankeny, Iowa.
Yep.
And Teresa's here today.
Whoa.
So, Doug's turning up the lights. Whoa, Teresa, you are bright.
I am.
So anyway, welcome to
Need my
Memory Bound.
sunglasses.
I'm Kelly and Teresa's here, and it's a craft along.
Yay.
And we love our craft alongs.
Yes.
We've been doing those for quite a while. Like, is this our third year?
Oh, I don't know. That long, really?
It might.
It goes by
Time
fast.
flies.
I know.
It definitely flies. So Teresa, why don't you tell us what we're going to be doing and what we need to do? And
well, we're going to be making this little banner today. It's a fall banner, and it's using the Simple Stories Vintage Autumn Breeze paper line.
And we have a big kit. Banner too. I think it's kind of big.
They're big pieces.
I love it.
I had made a 4th of July banner that was very similar to this, and Kelly asked me to make one for fall, and it's super easy, super cute and fun. And so it is $19.99. We still have a few if you want to watch us later, or you can craft along today. And then it comes with half a package of the enamel dots and the ribbon to use on it. So you need your kit, and that has the ribbon in it.
And we still have a few kits left. So if you see this project and you're like, I want to make it, we have the kits available. And I know Janet, she's already linked it because she's so good.
And things that you need, a hole punch.
What the heck?
I am using the I don't even know what it's called. Multi-hole hole punch. I hope we have one.
But you could use any hole punch.
Katie uses this all the time, and I had to have one. It'll go through, felt or heavy chipboard or plastic, metal, tin. So it's very handy. It has 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, 1/4, and 5/16. And so I just wanted, actually, I wanted one for my to-go bag so that I don't have to worry about, because that's one thing I didn't have in my to-go bag was a hole punch, and I keep needing one, and I'm like, I'm going to buy one.
Teresa, it's $47.29. And what does it cut? 5 different holes?
I went through the sizes. And it's a little bit heavier than the other one.
Yes, it's quite heavy.
But it will go through everything. Let's see, foam sheeting, it also said. Fabric, I didn't say that. Felt, I said all the other things. So it's
you finally got one for yourself?
Yes, I did. It's very handy. So I like that. A tiny attacher, really that's optional. If you don't want a tiny attach, if you don't like the staples, you don't have to, but I love the tiny attacher. I use it all the time on my projects. Scissors, I forgot to say, paper trimmer, a tape runner, a brown ink. If you want to ink the edges, you don't have to, that's optional too. And then some foam dots. And see, I have my adhesive.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I even have an emergency refill in there for when my
So you have one of those little $1.99 zipper bags.
I do, because I think Maggie or Katie, one of them put their pop dots in there, and I'm like, I'm going to do that. So if you want to use pop dots, you can. I didn't put pop dots on the first one, but I might use pop dots on this one that we do today. So it's always good to have pop dots on hand. So that's really all you need to make a banner. And then did we want to talk about other?
Yeah, Teresa, we're getting a lot of comments. It's the first day of school, and I stepped away. I don't know if that came up, but congratulations. Congratulations to everybody starting school today. I know when I drove in, I saw kids on the front porch, getting their picture taken. So that is really, really sweet. And Deborah said whenever she sees wrinkled ribbon, she thinks of Janet, and it's the only reason she has a flat iron or curling iron or whatever.
Well, my ribbon is pretty wrinkly today. I do have, there used to be a ribbon iron. I'm sure it's ours. Mine is pink, and I'm
yes, I think there
reorganizing my craft room, and I found it, and I'm like, ooh, I got to put this someplace that I can use it, because if I was at home, I would be probably ironing this. I don't know why, because it's going to get wrinkly anyhow, but so We have some other craft-alongs coming up.
Let's remind
Kelly, I
everybody
don't know
about
the
that.
dates.
I
So
do.
Penny's is first, right?
Wednesday, Penny's here, and it's another Simple Stories product, but this is the Say Cheese Classic Winnie the Pooh birthday cards.
And that's $14.99.
Makes 8 cards, and she's going to have part of them made ahead of time, and then make the rest of them live with.
Oh, okay.
With everybody in our studio audience.
And then Sarah is doing the Simple Vintage Autumn
same
Breeze.
collection as today, Autumn Breeze. That's Friday, September 5th.
Okay.
And again, Sarah will she's going to have a few of them made up. But if you're going to craft along live with us, you're going to want to open your package, punch out all your pieces and sort them, like flowers together, words together, or whatever. The chipboard, I usually kind of leave that together. Yeah. How do you do the chipboard, Teresa?
It's perfect time. Well, I punch all my stuff and put them in envelopes. Yeah. These are really nice cards for fall, and it'll be perfect. You'll be ready to go. It feels like fall here today.
Do you want to show them up here? Here, I'm going to get closer to them so we can see it. Well, and the other treat about this one is these were sold out, and we were able to get more. And surprise,
our Simple Stories rep is awesome.
Because she is amazing. She is amazing. So
we got extras,
and we didn't know they were coming.
Yeah,
so it was a nice surprise.
It was.
So, and I'm really happy because those are beautiful cards, and what a great time to send cards. We send them for holidays and birthdays and everything, but why not fall cards to brighten somebody's day?
Definitely. All right.
Are we ready to? Well, we do have the fat quarters. Why don't you show quickly the purple? The purple's not on sale, but our other fat quarters they're on sale for one more day. The purple fabric is here, and we're cutting it. Teresa's giving you a bird's eye view.
I love it.
But like we've got the green, the red, the yellow, the neutrals, the monochromatics.
Fat quarters.
Those are $10 off. And Janet can link the fat quarters so you can click on the link and go and check them out. But one more day of $10 off. We actually kind of forgot to take the sale off, so decided just to have it go one more day.
Well, I love the purple, and yeah, it's beautiful.
And
and I know not everyone loves purple, but it's my second favorite color. I might like this better than the green. I don't know.
Oh, Teresa, that's a big one.
There's some nice prints in here that I'm really liking. So yeah, I'll have to do something fun with that.
She said she had a blast at our store last weekend.
Yay!
And meet some others, great ladies. Thanks for filling my crafty heart. Oh my gosh, you guys.
That's nice.
It was good to see. That's Cheryl's in our South Dakota, one of our South Dakota groups. We had a lot of out-of-towners, and I've posted some pictures from out-of-towners. Okay, so while people are gathering, Teresa's going to show us the magazine.
And then we have the scrapbooker, the creative scrapbooker. And is this like the last magazine that's out now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because the scrapbook and cards kind of, I mean, they're still online, but a real in your hands magazine, which
there used to be so many back in the old days, and I have about all of them in my basement.
I have some.
I saved them all.
Yeah. And these are, this has cards in it though.
It has mixed media cards.
So this is
a lot of times Els from Elizabeth Crafts does an article, and she has one in there.
It says vintage vibes, fall feels, and frightfully fun projects. Ooh, so there must be some Halloween in there too. So if you want a real magazine, we've got those in the store now too. So, all right. You think everybody has everything
I think
they need?
We might be ready to go. Should I go ahead and switch cameras?
We'll go ahead and switch cameras here.
And Teresa, we can move this around however it works for you to see it.
So this is my edge over here.
And we can move the camera too if you need to. And we can make it higher if you're doing big things. We can do a lot around here, you guys.
All right. So the first thing that we're going to do, you do have color instructions, so you don't really need me to tell you what to do. You can read it here.
Yes, we need you, Teresa.
I wrote these with the help of Kelly, tweaking it for me. And then on the back, there's actually color copies of what each individual tag that we're going to be making today. So like I said, it's a pretty easy banner, and you can take creative liberties. Please do so as we craft along, because it doesn't have to look exactly like mine, but it can if you want it to. So the first thing that we're going to do is cut our banner pieces. So we've got the harvest gingham. It's solid on one side and the gingham on the other. And I usually start, I don't know, Kelly, do you start by cutting off the end?
Yeah, I typically do.
I want to get rid of this piece. I don't know why. You might save it because
sometimes they have interesting things on them.
Yeah, this is pretty, I mean, it's just the paper. So, okay, so we're going to cut a piece 4 1/4. No, wait, 4 1/2. Sorry, 4 1/2 long. And then we're going to put my arm out, and I'm going to cut the 6 by 6 1/2. So these are kind of big pieces.
So can you say that? What was the size again?
4 1/2 by 6 1/2.
Okay, 4 1/2 by 6 1/2.
And I'm not sure where my half is on this trimmer. I haven't. It must be there. Approximate. It doesn't matter. It's approximate. And you're going to have some extra paper left over here. And then we're going to cut 6 1/2. I'll just make sure these are the same size. So I'm going to cut 6 1/2, and then I'm going to cut 4 1/2.
Donna says, yes, you are needed.
Well, thank you, Donna. And 4 1/2. So we got 3 pieces with the plaid, and actually we're going to use 2 of the solid side and 1 of the plaid side, so we can set those aside. Now this is the tricky one.
Oh, it's tricky because it's directional.
It's tricky because you want one. I'm going to just show you here. One, you want the pumpkins. The pumpkins don't necessarily look directional. If you cut it wrong, it's okay, but you want one directional, I think. So we'll just start by cutting the 4 1/2. And then we're going 6 1/2 again. And then that piece is extra. And then we're going to cut, so we're going to put our paper, I didn't cut the top off this time, but we're going to cut it 4 1/2 so that the salvage or the barcode is at the top. So your pumpkins are vertical.
Vertical, yeah.
So we're cutting it at 4 1/2. So then there's our one piece with our pumpkins that are vertical and directional. This piece, we're just going to use the back because we're using 2 plaids, so we don't care about that one.
It's nice. I like how you utilize the 2-sided papers, Teresa. So you're getting 2 different looks with the same paper.
I'm trying to think how I cut this. Four 1/2 by 6 1/2 again. So then you have your other piece that you don't care. So you want to have one directional piece. And then we've got our cut aparts, our 2x2s and our 4x4 elements. So I'm going to cut the strip off the top here. And then the instructions say that we're going to cut the top and the bottom panel off. And then we're going to cut those into 4x4s. And we're not using a couple of them. If you're making piles, we're actually not using this one or this one, the framed one and the window. But you can if you want. If you figure out a way to use those, then I say go for it.
Maybe use them on maybe make us another banner.
Yeah.
If you have enough stuff left over.
All right. Then this piece we are going to cut into 4s. So they were nice to make these cute little 4sies, and I thought, oh, isn't that cute? I will just leave them that way.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
Yeah.
Lisa says she loves the papers and she's ready for fall. A lot of people have been telling me they're ready for fall.
Well, the weather is definitely.
Oh, it's so. Can you imagine how cool?
It was 50 degrees this morning when I went for a walk. I was like, wow, I had to put on longer pants. Okay, so we're using these two. I'm going to say the one with the squirrel and the one with the raccoon and the porcupine. Now this one we're going to cut into 2x2s. So we're going to use those as embellishments on our banner. And I'm using the Tim Holtz trimmer. I know you guys have been using the that other one.
I've been the Spellbinders
one.
I've been really liking that one. Teresa, I made 4 junk journals yesterday and Saturday, and I used that trimmer, and I really liked it.
Today is the 25th, you know, so today is the day that I take a picture because I'm doing 25 for 25 for my junk journal. So I got to take a picture out my kitchen window and get a selfie and collect some junk today.
Take your picture right now.
Yeah, I think I will.
All right. So one thing that I did, because I wanted it to be a fall banner, this says give thanks, which you can keep if you want, or you can take one of these cut aparts. What I did is I put the leaf right over it because I thought give thanks kind of sounded Thanksgiving-y. Is that a word?
Thanksgiving-y? I think we can make up as many words as we want here at Memory Bound, and we have made up a lot.
I'm just going to take that leaf and cover that give thanks right up with the leaf because I didn't have a place for the leaf. It was kind of an extra, and I really liked it and wanted to use it. So I just covered up give thanks, which if you want to leave, you can't. You're more than welcome to do that.
You can leaf it.
Yes, you can. You can leaf it, Kelly. Okay. Now the last thing that we have is the flashcards, the fall flashcards, and they're in a natural color, which is really nice because it goes with the banner. So
I do like those flashcards, and even if you're not making the banner, we have those available for individual
purchases. Now, I didn't really use any of the big, I don't think I used any of the big ones. I know you have a list of the words that I used on here. So I'm just going to set the big ones aside. And those would be great for scrapbook pages. Oh, you know what you could do? You could make another, if you want another piece to your banner, you could add some embellishments to the flashcard and stick it in between as well. I wish I would have thought about that earlier. I could have done that. All right. So what words did I use? I used harvest, pumpkin spice, September 22nd, pumpkins, color of fall, fall y'all. So I guess I should probably cut some of those apart. This isn't very exciting TV.
So if you're making it on your own, I think your tip is to cut everything apart first.
Yes.
So you're not cutting for each banner.
And you don't have to use the ones that I use. If you want to use the big ones, you could always cut the words. Sometimes with these flashcards, I will cut the words. I think my head just hit the camera. Sorry about that if it looked like an earthquake. Sometimes with the big words like these, I will cut them apart and use it in a different way, or I will use this little part over here.
Yeah, you have and I will cut those that up before.
So sometimes, like, they're not flashcards for me; they're just fun words to use. So I'm going to put these over here in a pile. So you did some crafting this week, huh, Kelly?
I did,
I
yeah.
did too.
Maybe I can bring in what I made and show it to people.
Yeah. I did some crafting too. I'm working on I don't know if Tina is watching today, but Tina, I started using some of that Graphic 45 Halloween line, and I'm very excited. I'm going to make a banner with that too, you guys. It's turning out pretty cute.
I really like banners. I think you can.
I do too.
They're fun to make.
They
and then
are.
You can hang them up, and it just changes the whole vibe of your home. And they're great gifts too.
So I can't wait to show you guys. Well, it's not finished yet, but I had like 3 different projects going on at once this weekend, Kelly. I was like, oh. I'm getting settled into my new craft space. And as my husband was putting together a new table for me, I was crafting an old table.
Why he was putting your table together?
Yes, yes. Well, he didn't want my help. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? I guess I'm just going to craft. So I kept stepping around him. All right, just about done here. There's a lot of flashcards on here. I probably didn't need to cut them all apart, but you know, you might be more likely to use them once they're all cut apart, because then you can like put them in your fall stash and then you're ready to go. Okay, that is everything cut apart. And now we are ready to do
Let's
some.
see how everyone's doing. Oh, Janet had a comment.
Yes.
A banner for a teacher.
Oh.
It'd be great for a teacher to put in their classroom. Or, you know, the school nurse or the secretary. Lots of people. And Deb said she loves this collection. And that's LOVE, all in caps. So we do too. A lot of it is sold out. So if you do want it, just don't hesitate too long.
Okay. So are people doing okay? Oh, you know what? I am going to use the trimmer some more. So nothing fancy for this banner today.
Nothing fancy?
The angles on the top, I just angle cut one, and then I just angle cut all the other ones just the same. So I didn't use a punch. I didn't use a die. I just made it super easy, and I wanted it to be big. And so, you know what? I am going to get, you might need it. Do you have a pencil, Kelly?
I do.
You might need a pencil. So I just did the first one.
Yeah, we're anxious to see how you did this.
Yeah. So kind of what I do is I'm just like,
your trimmer.
Yeah. It's 4.5.
Well, then it's straight if you're using your trimmer.
So I use my trimmer. Maybe I angled it. It just depends on how big an angle you want it.
Are you putting the point up on something?
I'm putting the point up at the top. I'll move it down.
On a certain number?
Yeah. It looks like I'm at about 2.5. But then it really depends on how you angle it out. Maybe this one looks maybe a little smaller than my other angles that I did. It's about, okay, I know what I'll do. So this point is at 2.5, and this point is at 1.5.
You can always see how you like it. Oh, that looks good, Teresa.
Let's see.
So they're not all the same.
Oh,
no two banners.
It's really close to what I did before. So what you can do is cut one off, and then you can flip it over and draw a line and cut there. I'd probably do it on the back side.
So can you show that again? Because I think this is a tricky part for people.
So I put it at 2.5, and then I put the other angle over to 1. So the first point is at the top at 2.5. And then over here, if your trimmer goes out to 1, you put the point right along the 1 inch. Most trimmers do go an inch at least to the right. And then I did that.
But then show
So,
what
yeah.
show that part that you're talking about now.
So I drew on
So
the
you
back.
kept that little piece.
Wait, let's see. This one's
There's
going to
people
be.
that are asking.
Yeah.
This seems like the tricky part.
Yeah. So I just take this piece and put it on there and draw a line. Ooh, that's a nice sharp pencil too.
I don't know. It was just laying here.
Yeah. And then I just put that on my trimmer. And it's pretty even. It looks pretty good. Even if it's not perfectly even, it's all right. No one will notice except for you, probably. So you just use your scrap, and sometimes I just eyeball it, but I will draw my lines today and so that we can cut all of our banners. So we're going to cut all of our banners now. Cut all of our pieces. I'm ready for a fall banner at my house.
Well, this is perfect then.
I know. Very excited for fall and pumpkins.
A lot of people have been talking about how excited they are for fall to be here. Even like a couple weeks ago, people were telling me that, Teresa.
Oh, really? I wasn't ready a couple weeks ago, but I'm ready now. It was football, this weekend. We had a big, here in Iowa State went to Ireland. And so there was people going crazy over that.
It was
and they
a big
won.
thing.
So it was very exciting for all of
So
our
college
Iowa
football
State fans.
started here in Iowa last weekend.
And the professional football is just getting started with their preseason games. I know the Vikings had a game on Thursday that I watched a little bit of, and they lost. But I don't know how everyone else did. All right, one more I've got. I don't know how you guys are doing. I feel like I'm going a little fast on this, but
well, what we can do is after you do that, we'll just take a little break for people to catch up.
Okay.
And we'll show them what our weekly special is.
Oh, okay. A weekly special. That's very exciting.
Yeah.
I know what the weekly special is next week because I made something with the item that we're selling, but I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to spoil it. Spoil the surprise. All right, we've got all these extra triangular pieces that you can throw away or keep. Oh, maybe you could do it makes me think of a quilting squares, And I guess I can show you one thing while we're waiting for Kelly to tell us what our weekly special is. So I had some extra pieces. Do you guys remember when we cut up our paper and there was extra paper? There was one piece. You should have one pretty good sized pumpkin piece. So I took mine, and I also had a pretty good sized piece of the the orange piece, and I matted that, and I made a little card. It says happy fall. Oh, that's what I did. You guys, I was talking about how I cut these apart. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I cut this one and I made it into a banner. And I did some banners. So these were some pieces that I had left over, and I inked the edges, and you're going to have a few enamel dots left. And so I put the enamel dots left and I made a card. What do you guys think? So I still have leftover pieces. There were I thought about doing something with one of these because they were so nice, and they're 4x4. I don't know what you could do with them. Use them on your scrapbook page. Oh, you could use the stripe. The stripe is pretty fun too. So yes, I did cut apart my happy fall and make it into a banner piece, just a little banner for the card. So, oh my gosh, you guys. Did you see that? I made the card upside down. I just realized that. I'm like, what's going on here? Why isn't the card opening? Oh, okay. Well, anyhow, don't do that, okay? So I'm glad you like the card, even though it's upside down. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of inking. And so we're going to do that. And I did ink the edges of my banner pieces. And I just am using gathered twigs today. And I like the little mini pieces, the little mini blending tools. But, you know, you have to find what works for you. I used to use the big circular ones, but I just kind of have grown attached to the little ones. They take up less space. I think they work really nicely on banners. And so that's what I'm using today. So this will give everyone a chance to catch up on their cutting if they want. Kelly, you just missed the whole thing that I just did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I ran
No,
to grab something.
I know, but look. So I made the fall card. I
Did you make it upside down?
I cut the banner, and yes, it opens upside down.
What kind of adhesive did you use? Tape?
But yes, I might be able to pull it back up.
We'll be able to get undo on it. That's somebody just suggested.
Yeah.
Wendy Jean said use the undo.
I need undo.
It is really cute though. I love those
I didn't
banners.
notice it. I know. But you know, I'm sitting here saying, "Oh, you could cut these apart, yada yada." I do that sometimes.
Forgot that you did
I forgot that I did. Oh, okay, you guys.
My
let's make sure. Okay, when you're inking, I should have told you this. We're just using one of the side. So ink the other side. We're using 2 of the natural solid, not solid pieces. So I actually inked the wrong side on this one.
What's your go-to brown, Teresa?
Gathered twigs.
Gathered twigs.
I was just telling them that.
Mine's a vintage photo, but everybody has their own.
Yeah. Yeah, it's whatever you like, really. If you like darker or lighter. Okay. Let's make sure I ink the right side of the banner. You can ink either side. Really, they're pretty on both sides. I didn't make this banner. Sometimes, you know, you have to, depending on where you're going to hang your banner, you have to make it so that you can have pretties on both sides. This one just has, I think we're okay. Your pumpkins will be maybe not right on this side on a couple of them, but that's okay. All right, so then we have with the plaids and the pumpkins, you want one pumpkin with the pumpkin going the right way. So I'm going to ink that one first.
That'll help you
so
remember.
I don't forget. Yeah.
Teresa, Cindy says you should leave your card and it would be a trick or treat card because people try to open it and it's
Happy
like,
fall. Oh, psych.
So while you're inking, we have our weekly special this week.
I can't wait.
Well, it has to do with travel because a lot of people traveled over the summer. And school's back now. But it's a Simple Stories Happy Travels collection. And while you're inking, I'm just going to switch the camera and just show it right here. All right, so it's a Simple Stories Happy Travels collection, and this is the page kit, 40% off.
Oh, wow.
So all the Happy Travels that's in stock is 40% off. And I just grabbed the page kit, which makes 4 pages, which is a lot like their card kits. And then I just grabbed the foam stickers so you could just get an idea. I do love the font on this. You could use the page kit for other things.
I was just going to say, as I look at this, I'm
Teresa's checking it out.
Because I don't do a lot of 12 by 12 anymore. For travel, I know I don't. I like the 6 by 8.
But you get a lot of good stuff in here.
You can easily make a 6 by 8 page. You know, you just cut those 12 by 12 downs and use all your embellishments, and then you probably have extra because it's smaller. That's awesome.
So the other collection that's 40% off is Born to Travel. And that's Echo Park, and that's got a lot of really cute elements. I just grabbed the collection pack. So check these out.
Inking, and I'm trying to look at the
And here's the 6 by 6. And there's a good selection on both of these collections. So check it out. I know Janet, I'm sure she's linked it. Probably as I started to think about it, she was linking it. So Be sure and check those out for our weekly special. 40% off. That's a good deal. We need the end cap that these collections are on for something new that's coming.
Oh yeah, so
it's a good way to do it.
Please put one in your cart. All right. Now, you guys, I am inking the 4x4 cut-aparts that we did. Remember, you don't need to ink the one in the frame with the tree or the window because we're not using those. Unless you want to, you have an idea for how to use those, or maybe you're using that instead of one of the ones that I used. Like I said, it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. So... yeah, if you guys finish your banners or make extra cards, we would love to see pictures of those. Kelly, sometimes people after a craft along will send pictures to Kelly and then she'll send them to me, and I love seeing that.
Isn't it nice to know that people have been inspired by something?
It is. Whether it's exactly like the one that I made or they did something different. And then every time somebody did something different, I'm like, oh, why didn't I think of that? That was good. But yeah, it's fun to see that you guys actually crafted, whether along or later. I love it. All right. Oh,
I'm getting some undo, Teresa.
It must be a porcupine. Yeah. You know, I just, something came across my my Instagram feed the other day about possums and how good they are. You know, they're kind of ugly little guys. You never see possums on here. Can they make a possum be cute like a porcupine? I don't know. But there was a thing on my Instagram about possums and how they eat ticks and snakes, even venomous snakes. Possums have something.
We like possums?
Yes, it was like, be nice to me because possums are good. And they have something in their blood that, you know, they can get bit by venomous snakes and survive multiple times, it said. And there's this picture of this possum with a whole bunch of little babies hanging on, and it was kind of cute, but kind of that ugly, creepy cute. You know, you get.
Yeah.
I was saying, Kelly, you never see possums.
Oh, we had some in our neighborhood a few years ago.
No, I mean on scrapbook paper.
Yeah.
You never see, because I'm like, well, that's a little.
Do you think that's a possum or a hedgehog?
No, I was looking at it. It's a hedgehog because it's got the spikes.
He's got that face. Yeah, though,
he does. He does. All right, so I've got all my 4x4s. Now we have our little 2x2s, and I'm going to ink those up too. And you know, even though this one is brown all the way around, or the background is brown that says Cozy Days, I still ink it because I inked all the way around already. But you know, when you cut your paper, sometimes it's white along the edge. And sometimes that bothers me when I layer my things and you can see that white edge. So I always still just ink, you know, like even this color, the brown doesn't show. It's not really strong on there, but it's just enough. And here's another one.
It's something you don't see. You see, but you don't know you're seeing it.
Like, see that white edge? That kind of bothers me. So if I just ink it a little bit, yeah, that's better.
Well, that's good to see the before and after, so people you can decide.
I didn't do it on the first one. I was all the way done when I started talking about it.
So it looks like you cut all your pieces and you're inking all your pieces, and then
making little piles. Oh, I got a snowflake, a sunflower,
or a yellow snowflake with a brown center.
Yes. Sherry says that they don't get rabies. Possums don't.
That's crazy.
It must be their blood. It was very interesting. I follow some zoo things, I think. And so, okay, now I'm going to do my cut-aparts. So did I use cider? I didn't. Grateful, I didn't. All these are extras. Pumpkins, I didn't. Chill in the air. What did I use? Leaves.
You know, we just had a video last week with showing Memory Bound's flashcards, and they're all exclusive to Memory Bound. We design them here ourselves. And so I'm guessing Janet will probably link that so you can see either on our blog or here on Facebook how to use some of our other flashcards. We have them for just about every subject, but we were missing one, Teresa, that we were going to make, and I don't remember which one it was now. Was it crafting? I think we were going to do a crafty one.
Well, we were going to do the happy one and the grumpy one.
Oh, happy and grumpy. That's right.
Katie's glimmer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
you know what? It looks like I can't find leaves.
As long as this isn't it's down, it's under your hand.
Oh,
it's on the bottom
okay.
left.
So I got leaves, fall fun, colors of fall, fall y'all. You know what?
We do have some very
there's no fall y'all on this
very
one.
smart scientific people, and Anne says possums have a low body temperature and the rabies virus can't replicate in the low temperature.
Pumpkins.
And Diane Janet just put a link up, everybody, for the flashcards. So if you want to see some of the ones we have them for travel and winter and Christmas and family and flowers and gardens.
You know what? I'm going to get my trimmer out because I did it again, Kelly. On this one.
Well, you talked about it.
I did talk about it. I cut off September 22nd and I used it. So you can do that too if you want. Maybe you want to keep your autumn days September 22nd. That's on there because it's the first day of autumn or fall. Yes. So I'm just going to trim that off. Like I said, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. If you want to keep it on your flashcard, and we're just going to trim it.
You know, Teresa, you were talking about Glimmer, and Glimmer, we launched Glimmer a few months ago because I was terribly excited about it, and we had a customer in on Friday, I think it was, and she was talking about how there's a lot of talk about Glimmer, not just memory bound, but it's becoming really a really big thing, especially teenagers. Sometimes you have to try to look for the good.
Yes.
Life can be very stressful, and that's a nice way to think about your glimmers and look for the good.
All right. So these are all the words from the cut aparts that I use. So I'm going to use the same ones again, but you can use different ones if you want. So I've got leaves, fall fun, colors of fall, fall y'all, pumpkins, pumpkin spice, and the little teeny September 22nd that we cut out, and harvest. So like I said, we're just going to ink those since those are the ones we're using. If you want to ink the other ones, if you like doing ink, sometimes it's just relaxing to ink, you know?
I feel like we should be watching a movie.
Yes. Oh, exactly. Yes.
I
do that at home. Like when I make my Halloween cards, because I'll do multiples, and then I will just sit and watch TV, and usually there's inking on my Halloween cards, I'll tell you, and I'll just ink and do inking all together all at once. So it's all done. Because I feel like sometimes when I'm doing that, like multiples, I'm wasting my time if I'm just sitting in my craft room doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like an evening activity for me. But maybe it can be a daytime activity for you guys as you're listening to me talk on and on about crafting. I'm trying to think about my vacations and if I can get one of those kits on sale.
The page kit?
If they'll work. Yes, the page kits.
So I think it might, Teresa. There's some good
I saw the stickers on the back of the one. Yeah.
And I love that paper that looks like kind of spiraling globe. So I think you could work with it. So Teresa's talking about our weekly special, which is the Simple Stories, Happy Travels, and the Echo Park Born to Travel. Those are 2 travel collections that are 40% off. So be sure and check that out. Some good deals there.
Okay. I'm done
Are
inking.
you all done inking?
How are you guys doing?
I think
We've got all our inking.
It'd be nice to know if you're crafting live. There might be some people crafting live and some might be crafting later.
I'm just not saying anything. I was just sitting here thinking. Okay.
Teresa's thinking.
I guess
Taking a
I will
break.
I'll put the banner pieces in order. So we've got the plaid one is first, the green plaid, and then we've got the orange gingham, and then we have the orange, rusty orange, and then we've got our pumpkins, vertical pumpkins. Oh, I see Leanne is crafting along. Yay,
And so is
Leanne.
Debbie.
Oh,
Debbie
hi
is too.
Debbie. And then let's see, green. Oh no, what did I do? Pumpkins, then the burnt orange, and then the green.
Can you lay
So
them
I've got
out,
them in
Teresa,
order.
in
Yep.
order?
Plaid, gingham, orange, vertical pumpkins, orange, and green. And you guys, I struggled so much because there's 6 in this banner, and normally I like 5.
Odd
I'm
numbers.
like, where's my middle piece? Or 7, but it just didn't work. I had 3 pieces of paper.
It's
and
okay. Teresa, it's
I know
okay.
it's okay. But the Halloween banner that I'm making only has 6 too, and it's driving me a little bit crazy. I don't know why. It shouldn't, but
There's quite a few people crafting
are there?
live.
Awesome.
Dawn's cleaning out her she shed.
Oh, fun.
Carla's going
I
to
know
craft
that's a
later
lot of
because her
work,
kid's
though.
coming today.
Okay.
And Juanita cut it out ahead of time, so she's
Oh,
making a
awesome,
couple cards with the
Juanita.
leftovers.
Yay! Oh, Juanita, we
Paula's
want to see your
crafting live.
cards.
Yeah, you have to bring them in, Juanita, when you come in.
All right, let's start with the first one. So the first one is going to be the green. I'm just going to move these over to the left a little bit.
That works.
Still on camera, but off. All right, so we'll start with the green plaid, and we're going to make this little guy here. And so we started with the raccoon and
Teresa, maybe you could move those out of the way. Oh, and can you put him to the side so you can see like both of these together?
Okay.
I don't know if that'll work with everyone, but
there I am.
wow,
Okay.
it looks like you put on the piece and it's that does it.
Okay, then we're going to have leaves and fall fun. All right, so I got my tiny attacher out, and because the tiny attacher only reaches so far, some of them I just stapled beforehand. So I just stapled this one ahead of time, and it's still
and
not
you have
quite
just stapled
reaching.
you have just stapled the flashcard itself before too, haven't you?
You know what I did? I stapled it. I went from the top and I stapled off the thing. So I didn't even glue it down, which I might put a little bit of adhesive right there.
I'm going to give it to Doug.
There, I stapled that on. And this one, I kind of hung off the edge a little bit.
I like that.
So this is the 4x4 is just going to be centered on there. But I'm going to adhere the leaves piece down first because I have it tucked under.
I think these are nice also, Teresa, for people to hang in their craft rooms.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about that last night because I'm going to be in a loft and I have a little bit of a railing, and I thought I've never put anything on my loft before, and I thought I am going to have to hang a banner up here
Teresa
so you
has
can
a
see
new
it down
craft
below.
space.
I know. And then I just did a little staple over here on the top just for fun.
Looks
Right.
good.
So that one.
Like I said, I don't know if you'll be able, you might have to put it on the top like you had. Sorry about that. Let's see what you have room for.
All right.
Oh, this is my favorite cut apart.
This flower, isn't it pretty?
I love it.
Yeah, very pretty. All right, that one. So we have colors of fall, which I thought was perfect. And probably for this one, I just stapled, and I try and do a different kind of staple every time. So I just made an X on there with the staples.
Perfect.
And then I just adhered it. I lost my adhesive already. I just
oh my gosh, that makes me feel so good.
How I like it. Just right onto the flowers. So it's still all fitting on there. And then I glued that down. We're going to put the gems on after we get all these put together. So we'll come back to that, okay? All right, that one's done. The next one is the...
You make this look really easy, Teresa.
Well, it is pretty easy. All right, the next one is the one that has... it has a couple little labels and some flowers on the side, the green gingham. Oh, and look what I did on that. So we're going to have to get our trimmer out. I totally forgot. So what I did is I just trimmed the fall y'all down so it fit inside of the label. We might have to re-ink a little bit. I forgot about that one. So we're just going to trim it just as tiny as you can. And I guess I cut the numbers off that one. Let's see if it fits. Oh, I got it a little big. I'm going to trim just a little more because I like that label and I just want it to show. Ooh, that's crooked. How about some scissors?
Well, that's just going to fit in here. The purple is a problem. Started moving things with purple, but it's a problem. There's no room. No room at the end or anywhere else.
I'm just trimming it down with my scissors so that it'll fit. There you go. You guys might have to do that too, and you might have to get your ink back out.
Lisa said she moved into her daughter's old bedroom, but kept the bed there for when she comes home. And her room is a work in progress. They're interested in seeing your pictures of your room, Teresa.
Well, I will. I'm still working on it, but I will bring pictures and show. And
we
then
would
I
love
stapled that. But you know what? I cut it too short, so I'm just going to put a staple right there next to it. Maybe I'll put one over here too. No, I don't think I will. All right. I hope you guys got your fall y'all in there and so silly. All right. Now, do you see what I did? I used the stripe. I used the, it's been a while since I made this banner, you guys, and it's been hanging up in the store. And so I've got the fox, but I actually inked the Cozy Days, and you probably did too because that's the one I was talking about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back and ink the stripe. You guys are probably like, she's so crazy. Why doesn't she do this the first time? When you make these craft-alongs, then you do it quite a bit of time ahead so you guys can all order it and get it shipped to you. And then by the time it's time for me to do it, I forgot what I've done. And I read through the instructions, but just briefly, because like I made this, I should be able to remember. All right, so first I'm just going to put the 4x4 down. And you know what? I think I'm going to pop this little fox up. So let's see, which way do we want our stripe to go? I went horizontal, so I'll do that again. I'll do it right this time.
Teresa, Wendy Jean also threw out a great idea for us that if you
Yeah.
have dies, like rectangle dies, you could cut your flashcards out like that too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've done that too. But this was just a simple one. And so that we didn't have to die cut all of these for you guys ahead of time. Oh, I guess I'm going to put 5 in there. 1 in each corner and 1 in the center. You probably don't need that many pop dots, but that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to pop that little fox up because I think he's super cute. All right, there's that one. Set that aside. The next one is our pumpkin one, and we're using Fall Days. And we've got the snowflake, the sunflower, just kidding, and the pumpkins, the word pumpkins. All right, and I'm going to put a little X in that. I guess I did an X again. You can do whatever you like. You can staple ahead of time or try and staple it on. And I think I might pop dot the sunflower this time too. Just to give it an extra.
People are really loving this project, Teresa.
Good.
Just so you know.
I know, I get busy and I stop reading.
Well, that's okay. You're busy creating.
All right, so let's see, which way does the sunflower go? It doesn't really matter. Ooh. You know what? Except for that I put a pop dot where it's going to hang off. I'll just peel that off. You don't need a pop dot on the top corner of your sunflower because it's going to hang off the edge. Like that. Don't put a pop dot there. You know what? I'm going to pop dot the word pumpkins too, just for fun. So I'm just going to put it on the side over here. Maybe I'll add one more. And I do like it when they hang off the edge. This one has a lot of hang off the edge pieces. All right. We're moving right along. Now we've got our solid orangey color, and this time we're going to use our porcupine. We've got our September 22nd and our pumpkin spice. So I'm just going to staple the end of that one. Glue it on there. I'm just layering the September 22nd onto the pumpkin spice. I'm going to put a little adhesive and glue down my pumpkin spice. There was a nice open spot right there. So I like that. And then I did staple again. This time I went vertical. This one's easy. I'm going fast. I hope I'm not going too fast, you guys.
Well, let us know if you're crafting along. If you're crafting later, you can always pause the video.
Yes.
But if you're crafting live,
the hedgehog is very
Donna's
cute.
got to go to an appointment, but she's going to be back. She can watch it later. And
All
Rhonda
right.
says cute hedgehog, which he is really
yes,
cute.
he's very cute. All right, last one. So we've got our 4x4 piece.
That's the last one already?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So the question is, would you like to have us do more banners? Banner craft alongs, because we've done cards before. We've done, Maggie's going to be doing a mixed media Halloween project that says boo. Did you run out of staples?
I ran out of staples.
Okay, I'll get you.
I should have some in my bag, but
I'll get you fixed up quick.
all right, we're going to glue that down. Hopefully you guys don't run out of staples. I should have some in my bag, but all right. So in your kit, you got half a package of the enamel dots, which we love. And you're going to end up with extra. And you don't necessarily have to use the same dots that I used, but I will go through and tell you what we did. So on this, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to start with this one since it's sitting here right in front of us. So I used 2 medium greens. I put one right here on the lower corner by the pumpkin. And then I put a medium and a small up here in the upper left corner by the squirrel. And I just use my fingers. I know some people use tweezers with these. Thank you, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now I'm going to staple my harvest. And
I love your staples. I think we call it Teresa's tiny attacher pretty much.
I think I'm going to pop dot that guy too, just for fun because I started pop dotting them. You just have to remember not to put pop dots where they're going to hang off the edge like I did the one. Yeah. Do you guys like a tiny attacher? Or do you think I overuse it? It's funny because you can see, you know, it's kind of one of those tools where you can see before a tiny attacher and after tiny attacher in your projects. All right, so we've got our gems on the Mr. Squirrel Harvest one. And we'll go back to the fall days. Oops. Where did that one go? Where'd
you lose?
A piece of banner. Okay, this one. All right, this one I used 3 different colors. I used a medium cream, and I put that right on the edge here. And then I used a medium burgundy. I made a little line of different colors there. And a medium brown. That one's done.
Did you see? I don't know if you saw Lisa's comment because you're working so hard, Teresa. She says there's no such thing as overusing the tiny attacher.
Okay, good. I asked people if they liked it. I said sometimes I over.
Anne uses hers all the time.
Yay!
It's convenient and fun.
Yes, it is. Good. So this one, I put a big yellow right in the center of the sunflower. I like that. I like sunflowers. And then I did the other big yellow right on the word next to the word pumpkins. Hopefully yours fits onto your piece. If not, you can use a smaller one. And then right here, I used a big red right next to the word favorite. And I put it half on and half off the paper. I like to use odd numbers, so I try and do 3 on a banner.
Teresa, Rhonda's comment about the tiny attacher is it'd be fun if they had different colors of staples. But we have a solution for that.
Yes, we do, Rhonda. So on this one, we're going to use well, I don't know what color to call that. I'm going to call it a orangey red, and I put that on the flower. And then I use the big red right above the fox and the big brown right above the fox on the corner.
Then maybe show that up a little closer after you get them on. And Rhonda, the solution is alcohol ink.
Yep. Tim says he's never going to do the colored staples because you can buy alcohol ink and color them yourself. So.
Or markers. Melanie also suggested markers.
You could use the Copics or the Olos, definitely.
And Karen's comment is, Teresa, that any of these would make great cards.
Oh, yeah.
And they sure would.
Yep. Yeah, cut aparts you can use on cards, definitely. All right, on this one, I use the big brown, and I put it right over by the flashcard, by the word colors. I use the small, medium, and large. I love that they give you different sizes because it is fun to use. I don't know why I like small, medium, and large, but it's just cute. It makes you think of a little family.
It's good for the eyes.
A little family of enamel dots. All right, now we're to our last one. And we've, you still have some gems enamel dots left, so I used the large kind of reddy orange and the medium reddy orange, and I put that up right by your pie, hung it off the edge, and then I did the medium and the small down over here by the leaf. So you do have some extra pieces for your scrap pieces when you're going to go and make a card if you want, or you can stick them on your banner somewhere.
Yeah. Make a small banner.
Yeah. All right. So now all we have left to do is to punch our holes. And you know what?
Are you using your super duper?
I'm going to use my super duper one, and I am going to punch them all at once.
Which you could do that with the crocodile also.
Yes, you could. I'm just going to line them up. And I am going to, let's see, I think I'm going to use the 4th size. Let's see if I can get them in there. Uh-oh, it moved. I've never done this many pieces. Maybe I can't do this many pieces all at once. Let's see if I can get it in there. I keep swiveling. I haven't used it with this many pieces before, Kelly, so it's a test. It keeps flipping on me.
I've not used that one. I've pretty much got the
Okay,
regular
there, I got it.
crocodile.
I have the regular crocodile too, but
I know you were excited about that one to use it.
You know what I need to do? I think I need to use my pencil and put a mark because I'm afraid that I'm not in the center.
That's a good idea.
Or you guys, it might have taken less time for me just to punch these individually.
but we're all experiencing it with you, Teresa.
I want to use my new tool. Now, if I can find it. There. Okay, I drew a circle and then I'm just going to punch. Ooh! It popped right out onto me. There. Oh, that's like butter. That's awesome. Yep, it punched out the little piece. Okay. You have to make a circle. So you put it in the right spot. All right. So I'm going to lay them out how we had it in order. Mr. Raccoon and Porcupine first, then the pretty flowers, then the fox, then the fall days. Oops, no, that's not right. I got to lay my banner out. Yes, that was right. Fall days, and then porcupine, and then squirrel. Okay, so we've got them in order. And so you have, I think you have 2 yards of the yellow twill. And what I did is I just tied a bow in the end when I was done. But you can trim it down if you want. You've got plenty of ribbon. And what I'm going to do is just fold it in half, and then I'm going to find the center. I've got 3 pieces and 3 pieces of banner. And you have some green ribbon, and you have the orange with the little white on it.
Kind of like little stitches, isn't it?
Yep. And if you just use like 6 inches, you should have enough to get 6 inches out of each, and just to tie your banner onto your yellow twine. And, you know, maybe you want to do a bow or maybe just a double knot. I just did double knots. I wasn't very fancy, but you can do it however, whatever you like. Maybe you have other ribbon or other twine that you want to use. And then I went every other one. So I did, actually I did, I'm going to start with the fall days are my favorite. And I use that one as green. But you can do it however you want. Like I said, I'm just making it just like the picture. Just like I did the first time. And I'm just doing a square knot, left over right and right over left. And tying it on there nice and tight. And just kind of space them out. You can always wiggle them around. It's just on this twill ribbon, so it's easy to move them. And maybe it depends on the space where you're hanging your banner, how far apart you want them. Like I said, we gave you plenty of ribbon so that you can decide how far apart you want them. And if you want to tie a bow at the end to make it pretty, or maybe you have some other way that you hang it. Maybe you need to tie, whoops. Maybe you need to tie it onto, sometimes when at Christmas time in particular, I have some hangers that I put on my mantle, and then I will tie my banner right onto that. But
she's just kind of moving it, so there's a lot of good stuff.
All right, so orange, green, that's all that matters, and about 6 inches. And just tie that on there.
It's so cute, Teresa. Everybody's really loving it.
Good.
Whoops, I just bumped the other camera.
We're definitely going to be ready for fall. Oh, am I off screen?
A little bit. You're fine. You got sharp scissors too. That cut ribbon. If you got scissors that cut ribbon, you got scissors.
The Tim Holtz ones.
Those the snips?
No, these are the old. Just his. I don't know if those are 5-inch ones. Oh, is it the snip? I can't remember.
It might be the snip.
I love them because they cut anything. I think I've told this story before that a friend told me to cut a red ribbon stamp, and I'm like, how am I going to cut that? And she's like, don't you have the Tim Holtz scissors? And I didn't at the time, and then I'm like, oh, once I got them, they will cut through those like
those rubber
butter.
stamps.
I love them. Yes. And you guys know how I feel about cutting stamps.
Yes, we do.
You got to do it.
Stamp cutter.
You got to do it sometimes. And then you got to pull out your Tim Holtz scissors for that. And they work really nicely. Now they don't come in red handle anymore. They have black handle, but mine are old. So, all right.
Yeah, everything went to black with Tim's tools.
Yeah. And once you get them all tied on, you can move them around however far, you can put them however far apart you want. They'll wiggle around. And like I said, you can tie this on. You can do you can make a bow. Oh, you can make a bow at the end if you want. Or maybe you have a spot where you need to tie it on. But you've got plenty of ribbon there. We gave you.
You can adjust it to your.
Kelly always wants you guys to have plenty of ribbon.
I do. I don't like to see people trying to tie bows with little tiny pieces. So.
I'm just doing make 2 bunny ears.
Oh, doing the bunny ear
goes over down through the hole. And there is your bow on the end of your banner.
Teresa, it's only 10:45 and you've made a whole banner.
Yay!
Let's see. Oh my gosh, that looks good.
I think it's cute.
It's really cute.
Easy peasy. I hope you guys had fun today with the craft along, and it sounded like people like the craft along.
Yeah, I think they do.
That makes me happy.
Which is good because Wednesday,
we've got some coming up.
Well, let's switch the camera
Some cards.
And you can hold it up so we can see it. Give people a chance to finish up.
Oh, the banner or the card?
The banner.
Okay. I'm like, what do you want me to hold up?
What do we want her to hold up? It just was so cool.
This one's
it's a beautiful collection. Autumn Breeze,
it is.
Some Simple Stories.
It's easy to make a cute little banner when with the Simple Stories collection.
When you have good stuff, it really helps.
Yes, it makes it easy. Yes, definitely.
That looks really good. And people did have a lot of comments about liking the craft along.
It was cute hanging in the store. I know you guys didn't see it. Oh, maybe we did show it one day. Did we go up there one day when it was hanging?
I don't remember. I don't remember, Teresa.
There was a good spot for it, and it looked kind of cute. So
what I was trying to say, I don't know what it was, but okay. Wednesday, Penny is here Wednesday making cards with another Simple Story collection, the Say Cheese Classic Boo, and those are really, really cute.
Yes,
And
birthday cards.
It makes 8 kids, and she's using the inserts. Those are optional.
Oh, that's right.
And she's got enamel dots and the ribbon. It's all optional. You can do what you want.
And then if you really love this line,
yeah, if you want to
I
come
might-
back for more
we
autumn
still
breeze.
have these. I think I might have to get some for
Teresa's,
fall cards.
Teresa's shopping herself, which happens here. So the autumn breeze has a fall card set, and Sarah is going to be here doing a craft along with those on Friday, September 5th.
Yeah.
So a week from this coming Friday. So you've got plenty of time to get the card kit. And that is kind of amazing because we weren't supposed to get any more.
Yes. So we're lucky to have
And
extras.
they showed up. Didn't even know they were coming. You know what else showed up today, Teresa?
What?
The Tim Holtz is announcing a new release in 15 minutes. And it's here at Memory Bound.
Seriously?
Yeah. It's here at Memory Bound. Diane is checking it in right now.
Oh my gosh.
And Tim will be on. I assume I don't know if he's on today or Saturday, but we get to start selling it in 15 minutes.
Okay.
So we're going to get that set up. So be sure and check back with us, especially if you like Halloween.
Well, I have to start a tab because I've got my
Well,
my purple fabric, and then
the
there'll be
purple
something
fabric
for
is
Tim.
here. Chris has been back cutting up the bolts into yards and half
We'll have
yards and
those
crafty
online.
cuts. So those are available online.
We'll
And
probably show those more tomorrow, maybe.
yes. And the other fat quarter groups,
yes,
you get 10
are still on
pieces
special.
and you get, today's the last day for that. They're $10 off. So they're normally $39.99 and you save $10. And those are online under our specials tab, along with 2 travel collections. Happy Travels from Simple Stories. These are our weekly specials. It's the whole collection. I just brought a couple pieces of it
the
over.
whole collection?
Yeah, the whole collection, man.
I was busy crafting. I didn't hear you say that the first
it's
time.
okay.
I'm going to have to go look at that.
I think you probably
These are
will.
cute.
And then also Born to Travel from Echo Park. And those are a couple travel collections that
Those
are
some
on
good
special this
stickers.
week. They are. It's good bright colors.
Yeah.
I like the primary colors for that. And then I love the fonts on Happy Travels from Simple Stories. Okay, what announcements are we missing?
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is a day.
Tuesday, the 26th.
And I know that there's something scheduled. I know what Wednesday is.
I didn't look this morning.
Can you fill some time and I'll look?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Nicole. Oh, okay. Katie hollered from the back.
Oh, the album kit?
Yes, tomorrow is the Botanical Buzz album designed by Janine Meyerowitz from 49
I love
Market.
the Botanical Buzz
It's
paper.
beautiful. And Teresa you're Teresa.
Yes.
Nicole made up the album and she's going to show it to us tomorrow.
Yes.
And Janet has a card kit coming with that collection.
That is awesome.
I just saw pictures of her cards this morning and they look really good.
It's a beautiful line. It really is.
So maybe this afternoon with the new Tim Holtz items, maybe we'll hop back on here and show you all what's being released today. I feel like I'm stumbling over my words. So sorry about that, everyone. I don't see any other questions. Janet did some last minute linking for us.
Thanks, Janet.
To get us going. And we've lost our goodbye screen.
Uh-oh.
So Teresa, we're going to just have to say goodbye and wave and go goodbye, right?
See you tomorrow.